Welcome back, brothers and sisters. I am Braden. This is Langley Outdoors Academy, the place where we not only talk about what's going on in the gun world, but also how we're going to fix it together. And today, we've got to talk about a state way up in the Northeast that's done an act of fool again on gun control measures, coming out of their House with another partner bill coming in the Senate. They're running out of things to do, and they're looking real foolish when they start duplicating federal law, which is obviously already in effect. Everything will be linked in the description box below, and I cannot wait to hear what you guys think about this one. And of course, make sure you hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and turn the notification bell on. And the content today is brought to you by USCCA. The content today is brought to you by USCCA, or the United States Concealed Carry Association. This is an organization fully devoted to helping the responsibly armed American avoid danger, save lives, and keep their families safe. I have met them, I have vetted them, and I can personally vouch for the quality of USCCA. Just a few of the benefits of a membership are learning how to prepare your family with a home defense plan, learning how to navigate your home state's gun laws and how to travel safely, and how to access your firearm and deploy it quickly should you need to. USCCA membership is risk-free. You can test drive it for an entire year, 365 days, and then utilize their 100% bulletproof money-back guarantee. The USCCA is about helping responsible gun owners avoid danger, save lives, and keep their families safe. And if you guys sign up in October, you get a free range bag sent directly to you just for signing up. All right, my brothers and sisters, before we get into Massachusetts passing just so much amazingly redundant BS on the gun control front, this is what's happening in Ramstein, Germany with the President of the United States.
And I'm not suggesting that Hamas deliberately did it either. It's that old thing, gotta learn how to shoot straight. And it's not the first time Hamas has launched something that didn't function.
Who feels better? I know I do. Hey, pro tip, maybe, like 8 or 9 days after you've gone to Israel about a terrorist attack, maybe you don't say Hamas should learn how to shoot straight. I don't know, just me. Anyway, let's continue. Now that we've talked about that level of a whoa, let's dive into Massachusetts, because you guys are gonna laugh, cry, mock. I don't really know how you're gonna react, but check this out. A sweeping gun bill aimed at tightening firearm laws passes in the Massachusetts House. Now, the backstory here, and we covered this on this channel, was there was a fight between the Senate and the House in Massachusetts in the last session. They were fighting over who got the credit and who got to put the gun bill out and whose gun bill gets passed to go to the governor, all this kind of stuff, and it failed. And it completely just fell along the wayside. Well, they're back, and now the House has moved, and the Senate has one pending as well. But listen to some of the things that they're putting forward. There's like 3 different sources. They're all linked. But I want to highlight something here. Check this out. Boston AP. The Massachusetts House approved a sweeping gun bill Wednesday aimed at tightening firearm laws, cracking down on unregistered ghost guns, and strengthening the state's assault-style weapons ban. The bill, which passed on a 120 to 38 vote, would also prohibit individuals from carrying a gun into a person's home without their permission and require key gun components to be serialized and registered with the state. Now, again, this is something that we've seen a lot of when the left bastions, like the blue states like Massachusetts, New York, California, Illinois, they're all trying to duplicate federal laws on their own level. It doesn't make any sense to do so, because if something's already a federal law, why are you doing it? Because they have to have something that they've said, we've done something about the health crisis that is the epidemic of gun violence. They're doing this for the credentials of doing something, even though the something's going to do nothing, as I always say on this channel. Check this out. Let me show you some other things that they've done, because, again, they're purchasing political favor with your gun rights. This is what they all do. Now, I know this is not just about Massachusetts. This is about gun control in general. This is what they do. Check this out. The bill expands the state's ban on assault weapons by prohibiting new purchases of AR-15 style weapons. It would also ban someone from turning a legal firearm into an illegal automatic weapon. That is federal law under the NFA, the National Firearms Act. You cannot convert a semi-automatic into a full auto without manufacturing requirements, without FFL dealerships, or without a tax stamp. All of these things that are behind federal law that they've already basically put pistol braces under as well. It doesn't matter. It's completely superfluous what they're doing. This is federal law. You're going to federal prison. But now the state has to do something because they want those gun control bona fides because an election cycle is coming up. So they just duplicate federal law on a state level. Check this out. We got even more of it. This is the part where it starts to go downhill and go downhill fast. Tell me if any of this stuff reminds you of anything else in the United States in the comments. The proposal includes an enhanced system to track firearms used in crimes to help curb the flow of illegal guns into the state. It would also modernize the existing firearm registration system while increasing the availability of firearm data for academic and policy use, lawmakers said. Sound familiar? That's what California does. California has been a leader and a bastion on sharing gun owner data with external sources outside the government, which then leads to it getting leaked. They share it with academics, UC Berkeley, left-wing think tanks. They share all this data with people who are against gun rights and in a pursuit of getting more talking points from data that is government-owned into private firms. They don't give it to gun rights groups. They give it specifically to anti-gun groups. That's the entire point. They are stacking the deck in their favor by utilizing personal and private data because you have a Second Amendment right and you utilize it. That's what they're doing. Zoom out again like we like to do on this channel. Imagine if the state shared every single abortion or every single medical procedure that was done in the state with anti-abortion groups. Imagine how much hair how quickly their hair would be on fire. Go a different route. Say immigration. Say illegal status. Say if a government entity shared that with a pro-build-the-wall border organization. Again, imagine this on the left, how freaked out they would be immediately. But since it's gun rights, we need common sense safety. After all, there's an epidemic of gun violence. Understand what they're doing. They're duplicating federal law to basically curry more favor to infringe your rights even further. It's an endless feedback loop. Let's continue. Got one more thing for you. This is the part where I really get animated. As written, the measure would strengthen the state's assault weapons ban, limit where guns can be carried, and crack down on unregistered so-called ghost guns. It also would expand the state's red flag law, this part, which allows a judge to suspend the gun license of someone deemed at risk to harm themselves or others. So you remember that thing, two things here actually. Remember that thing what we've said prior where if it's underneath or behind a permit or a license, it's not a right and it can be revoked? They just expanded how it can be revoked. You lose your license. You lose your FOID card if you were in Illinois. Understand, when they put something behind a license, it's no longer a right. Now it's a privilege, which can be revoked. That's the entire point of this. That's why this is so important. That's the first thing. The second thing, red flag laws are extremely unconstitutional. They have no due process protections whatsoever, and you have to prove your innocence after you've been proven guilty. Assumed guilty. That's the entire point. When you look at things like this out of Massachusetts, you can't look at it and say, hey, we're going to turn that bill in a deep blue state of Massachusetts, which is one of their hallmarks as an anti-gun push. But you can use it to say, hey, look what other states and purple states and red states, look what they're doing in Massachusetts. Look what they're doing in California. They're following the same path, the same road, get in front of it. And that's where the value lies in throwing these things out there. That's what I've got for you guys. Let me know what you think in the comments below, and I will see you on the next one. I'm Braden. See you later.